Hello friends. So in this video I will talk about very interesting topic which is how you can modernize your Angular app with migration schematics. So there are lots of built-in migration tools, commands that you can use to simplify the adoption of latest framework feature. So in the Angular, as we know, like as we moving to the new versions 18, 19, so the new features are updating, and there are lots of new things that get added. So I will talk about all those things today. So how you can migrate those things. So let's start. So let me show you like what commands, what things we are going to talk about. So this is a just a structure of the command. And so suppose you want to make your component like the standalone, like you want to make all components standalone. So what you can do in that case, you can simply run this command ng generate angular core standalone, and it basically what it do, it migrate your project to the standalone architecture, convert all the components, convert all the components into the all the directives pipe to standalone entities, remove any unnecessary ng module classes, and bootstrap your application using a new standalone API for a project for a module more module setup. So yeah, you can use these commands to basically migrate to the new features. Similarly, there are other commands also. So let me just go through. So this is a structure, like this is a collection name, this is semantic name, and if you want to specifically migrate that component, then you can pass that parameter. So if you see here, I have added a standalone, then I have added the control flow. So in the control flow, like it will basically convert your ng if ng fall to the these new structural directive if for switch. So this is also very good readable syntax, and means you can it's basically component templates to use the new control flow syntax. And similarly, I mean, there is a route lazy loading. So as you have routing in your project, so you can convert that routing file to the to basically to convert that routing file to the a new lazy load approach, like it basically lazy load your component lazy load. So means previously we can only lazy load the modules, but now we can lazy load the component also. It set up lazy load route for the application by configuring on component. So I will show you a little demo after going through all those slides. So it means you will get an idea like what changes I'm talking about and how you can run those command in your project. And if we, similarly we have ng generate angular core inject. So this is command to generate to refactor constructor based dependency into the modern inject function for a clean and more streamlined approach. And the next is signals. It means if you want to migrate your things to the signals, so what you can do, so it basically what it do, convert all your input emitter properties to the new signal based input function, output emitter to the new output function, refactor view child view children. So it means basically these refactor all those things, use the magma to modernize your component with signal based patterns. Similarly, there are other commands also, signal input, output migration, unused import. So yeah, you can use all those commands. So let me show you the practical demo, like how it will work. So suppose this is a sample app that I have created. So in this, if you see now what changes it has done. So if you go through the changes, so if you go through the changes, what it do, so this is our old approach. So what it do, it basically convert your old approach to the new approach. So if you see this bootstrap application, so it means previously we were using platform dynamic, now we are using to use bootstrap application. So it basically convert all your code to the standalone approach. So means here if you see all the things are mentioned here, and whatever the modules you use. So it means equal providers and animation saying if you are using animation, if you are using STD. So previously we have STD client module, but now we have provided. So similarly it convert all your code. Similarly, if you see here, so as I talk about the lazy load command, so means what it do is basically it lazy load the home component. And if you see this, and if you coming to the code, what it do basically, it converts ng if ng fall to the like if for. So let's go. And here if we see, so this is the command that we used at that time. So now let's go to the project again, and here see the more changes so that you will get clear understanding what I'm talking. So here if you see, we just updated that to the inject. So if you see inject dependencies, it basically do. And yeah, so previously we were using constructor, now we are using inject for. So it also has benefits. So if you see another, let's move to another comment. So it basically convert that inject to the this constraint dependency to the inject. And now let's move again. So means we just, so here if you see we just use the imports. So whatever the modules you are using, so you can import that module and use specifically in your project if required. And so if you see here means if with that, if you're using ng4, so it converts that to the at the rate for. And now this track is mandatory because this basically improves the performance, so this thing is mandatory now. And let's see more thing here so that you will get more idea. And so this is a new control flow that we are using. And let me check it more. This is inject dependency. Coming to the API service, we are using this. So whatever the module it is, this component is using, so we import those modules in the imports under the metadata. And also means you see here this, you notice this view child here. So told you about that in the slide, like we can with the signals like this thing is a part of signal now. So if you see here, so this view child is a new thing, like this is we migrated. So if you see here element ref, and next this is for okay. So it is similarly, so what commands then I have run here. So you can see here, like, so angular core signals convert your input to the input. So these are new control flow, easy loading. And so this is how you can so choose the type of migration you want to do. So it basically convert the migration using standalone APIs. So but it is very important to learn this thing. And let me check another project, what commands did I run here. Oh, that is a different thing. So here if you see, so these are the commands if you are migrating your project to the new version. So here if you see what version I'm using currently, so this thing is possible in the new, in the upgraded version. So if you see here, I'm using Hello 19 currently, so then you can only use these functions, otherwise it is not allowing you to do update or to run those commands. So let's get back to the slide. So this is what I'm talking about. So here if you see, if you want to update your app to the new version, so migration, this command is very helpful. So inject signal import. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. If you face any challenge, just add comment, do like, subscribe my channel so that you will get more content related to this updates. Yeah, thanks guys for watching.